What's up guys, welcome to Bro Beats, and today I'm going to be showing you how to sidechain your kick in 808 properly so that you can get a clean mix. So I'm going to show you visually what this is going to do, the sidechain. So when you pull this down, pretty much this is what the sidechain would do. All right, it's going to cut out a spot for the kick, and if you insert the kick, it has a clean spot, no interruptions or anything. So I'm going to just pull this to the extreme, and you can just see what it's doing. All right, so this is all the sidechain is doing, is just turn down the volume to give space for the kick. So let's delete this, and I'm gonna show you the first method, which is the easiest method. So click here, okay, and then when you'll probably come up to a screen like this, and then you go to this envelope symbol and then turn the envelope on. Okay, so everything should be default. If your tension is not all the way to the left, make sure it is. So the sweet spot for this is like at the A. So if you look right here where my mouse is, you pull it down to about right there, that's like the sweet spot. Okay, and you can play this. Let me pull that. That's like the sweet spot. And then you can turn the kick off and it'll still have a little bit of punch on the 808. Right? Simple as that. So turn this envelope off. Now I'm gonna show you the actual way to sidechain. Okay, now go to your kick and sidechain the kick to the 808. All right, kick to 808, kick to 808. All right, so let's go down here, hover over this arrow, right click, sidechain to this track. Now go to the 808 track here, load up Fruity Limiter or whatever you're using, but I suggest Fruity Limiter is just easier and you can follow along. Click on the limiter. First thing you want to do, okay, now you're probably going to end up at this screen first, but first thing you want to do is play the 808. All right, and this is important, okay, because later on when you do the knobs and everything, this wave will change. So you want the raw wave. So I'm going to show you the knobs and everything to set up first, and then we're going to come back to this screen. So go to comp, turn this on, just scroll up or just drag it up. Okay, now we're going to activate our sidechain pretty much. So go to threshold and drag it about, for me, I just drag it about halfway, just about there. That's good. And then the ratio, I just turn it somewhere like, I don't ever, somewhere around here, but usually I'll just crank it all the way up. But for this, we can just kind of do something like this, just to, quick. All right, now for this release, what I'm gonna do with this release is kind of flip it, mirror it, just kind of flip it over. You see I'm just kind of flipping it over just like that. All right, and you can see it's sidechain now. Okay, so you can see what's happening. So what I'm gonna do is increase this volume. I just do about 5 dBs. You can do whatever you feel is comfortable for you, and it just increase the volume a bit. All right, so here's what the problem is. When I take off the kick, what's gonna happen is the volume is gonna increase for the 808. And yes, I know I increased the gain, but even if I didn't increase the gain, this would happen. So if you turn this kick off and then turn it back on, you see how there's a difference in the sound. So what you wanna do is go to limit, and you wanna limit. You wanna create a ceiling. Now remember I said earlier you want to keep that regular wave file there. So let's turn this off real quick. Okay, I'm gonna just play this 808 again. So there's our original ceiling. So let's go to limit and just bring this down to about right there. All right, and go back to your comp, and you can turn this back up if you want. So now it's gonna decrease that distance between the volume. So it's gonna decrease this. So you see this is the new volume. When I turn this up, now it's gonna be under here. Right, and you can see the 808 right here. And then when I turn the kick off, you can see it's pretty much the same volume. Now again, I'm gonna just show you one more time. If you turn this ceiling off, you'll see. All right, you see the difference there. So just make sure you have this ceiling. You have this ceiling on. I think it was about right here, but yeah. So that's how you sidechain. All right, just make sure you don't forget this limit step, because your 808 will be a lot louder than it should be if you don't have this on, and a lot of people forget that step. But that's gonna be all for this tutorial. Hopefully this helped you out, and hopefully this will help your mixes in 808 and kick mixing. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.